As a real estate agent or business broker, how do you handle multiple offers? The old way of doing things was playing phone tag and driving between vendors and purchasers to negotiate offers, get signatures, and try and get the best deal for your vendor. This is a very time-consuming exercise and limits the number of offers that you can deal with at any time. Well, there's a better way now with MantisProperty. Our digital offers system allows you to handle more offers, negotiate with more buyers at once, and get a better deal for your vendors. With MantisProperty, you can send an invitation to make an offer via email or SMS to prospective buyers, and you can even print out a QR code, make an offer sheet that you can display at open homes to allow potential buyers to scan the code and make an offer directly from their phone. Once you've collected offers, you can then send them directly to your vendors from MantisProperty, where they can accept, reject, or counter the offer. All communication is done between you, the buyer, and the vendor from MantisProperty so that you can easily see at a glance what's happening with your offers. In this short video, we run through how to configure the offers system so that it suits your specific requirements for accepting an offer, how to print a QR code, make an offer flyer, how to send an invitation to make an offer to potential buyers, and how to manage offers, send them to vendors, handle negotiations, and close sales efficiently. The first area that I'll show you is how to configure the offers system so that it suits your specific requirements for accepting an offer. To do this, you go into Preferences, and then Account Settings, and Offers. This screen displays a variety of options that you can set and enable or disable for your offers. The first thing here is the settlement date options. So here you can put in selections of settlement date terms that you want to be able to receive on offers. You may accept offers that are only on a 30-day or 90-day timeline, or you may want to allow buyers to enter text for their settlement date so that they can put in what they want on the offer. If you want to allow text, you just simply tick this first option here. That will allow the purchaser to enter in the exact settlement date or how many days or months that they need for settlement. Any options that you have here will then be able to be selected by that buyer, and you can drag and drop the order of these just by clicking on these icons here and dragging them. The same with the deposit amounts. You can tick this box here if you want the buyer to enter in the text for their deposit amount to specify exactly how much of a deposit they want to put down. Or you can add certain options that they can choose from. So in this instance here, we've added 10% or 20%. If we scroll further down, we've got identification and signature options. So this is where you can select whether you want the buyer to provide identification when they submit their offer. And this can be in the form of a photo of their driver's license or passport. And you can also request that they sign the offer. Both of these are options that you can enable or disable for your offers, depending on how you want to accept offers. And it's as easy as just ticking these boxes. The final section here is the other questions. So there's 3 other questions here that you can ask of buyers when they're submitting an offer. The first is to ask if they're registered for GST or not. The next is to ask for the buyer's full address when they're submitting the offer. And the last one is to ask for solicitor contact details. So if they specify that they have a solicitor, then they must put in the solicitor contact details as part of the offer. Once you've set all your settings, you just click Save Changes, and any future offers that are made through the system will follow whatever rules you've set in your settings here. The next thing I'll show you is how to print out a QR code, make an offer flyer. So the QR code make an offer flyer can be used at your open homes or within your office, and it allows people to just scan the code and make an offer. You can even put these QR codes on your for sale signs out front of a property if you want people to be able to make an offer. So to do this, you simply go into one of your listings, click on the Offers tab up the top here, and then you click on Print Make an Offer QR code. This will generate a PDF file that you can print out, and as you can see here, it's nice and easy to understand. You can print that out and put that wherever you want, and people can scan that with their phone and make an offer. The other thing that you can do is send a link to make an offer to any potential buyer. So to do this, you just go back into your listings, into the Offers tab, and click the Send Offer link. This then automatically lays out an email and also an SMS. So you simply put in the email address of the person you want to send it to, or the mobile phone of the person you want to send it to via SMS, and that'll send them the invitation to submit an offer, along with a link that they can click, and that will take them to the actual offer screens so they can submit their offer. I'll show you what it looks like when someone receives one of these links and is able to make an offer. I'll show you what the actual offer system looks like now, where the potential buyer can submit their offer. So when they've either scanned in the QR code or they've received the link and clicked on it, this is what will come up if they're accessing it on a computer. This is completely mobile responsive too, so it'll work on their mobile phone or their tablet. So it'll work on any device that they're connected to. So here they specify if they're buying as an individual on behalf of another person or a company. They put in their first name, middle name and last name, along with partner details, email address and mobile number. On the configuration screen, we've also selected to ask them for their address. Here it asks them the question about their finance. It asks them their legal question. Because we've ticked it to say that we want to collect their solicitor's details, it asks for those questions here. They can also select whether they need building and pest and put in any extra conditions they want. With the offer amount, they can put in what their actual offer is there, and then the settlement date they can select from one of the options that we've set up, or if they select other, they can put in the date that they want. As I mentioned earlier, on the configuration screen, you have full control over this. So if you don't want them to be able to put in a settlement date and you want them to just select from one of your options, you can do that on the configuration screen. And the same thing goes for the deposit amount. We've asked for identification and a signature in our preferences. So here we can choose to upload an image of the front of a license or a passport showing a photo and passport number. If they're using it from a phone, they can actually take a photo with their phone and that will pop that in there straight away. And the next thing is the signature. So if they're using their phone, they can sign that easily with a touch screen. Once they've put in all the details, they click Submit Offer, and that will submit the offer and send you, as the agent, a message immediately that an offer has been submitted, who it's from, what it's for. When you go into MantisProperty, if you go into your listings, you'll see any new offers that have come in will be red with a number to show you that you've got 2 new offers in here. So you just click on Offers there, and that will show you the offers that have come in and the various stages that they're at. So for instance, we can go into this offer here. It shows us all the contact details of this person. It shows them any information that they've entered. So they've chosen that finance is not required. They have a solicitor, but they've not given the information, and so on. If you require a signature from someone that you've received an offer on, but you haven't specified that you have to have a signature, then you can click this button here, Request Signature from Buyer, and that'll send a little message off to them where they can view their offer and sign it so that it becomes legally binding. The identification section here, you can click on any buttons here to view any identification that they've uploaded. And then down here is the offer notes. So this will show you any notes that have been recorded regarding this specific offer, and you can add any notes that you want. If we scroll up here, you'll see there's the option to print an offer, so that'll generate a PDF of the details of that offer so that you can present it physically to a vendor if you want. The other option here is you can send this offer to a vendor. So to do this, you just click the button, and this generates an email and an SMS, so you have the option of sending one or both, and that will send that offer off to the vendor where they can view it, and then they can either approve it or reject it or submit a counter offer. I'll show you what the offer looks like when it's sent to the vendor. So here's an example offer that's been sent to the vendor. This is what the vendor will see. They'll see what the offer is for and the actual date and time that offer was made. They'll see the name of the person but no other contact details. And then they'll see the other information that they've entered, such as their finance status, their legal status, any conditions that they want, the settlement date they've chosen, the offer amount, all that sort of thing. And then they'll see the signature too to see that it's been signed if you've elected to have that as an option in your preferences. When they scroll down, then they have three options. They can either accept the offer just by clicking the green button. If they accept the offer, you'll get an email alert straight away to say that that offer has been accepted, and it will change the status of the offer to accepted. If they want to counter the offer, they can put in any counter offer in the notes here and click counter offer. That will send you an email straight away to say that the vendor has countered the offer, and we'll also record that on the notes of the offer so that you can then go back to the buyer and you can invite them to make another offer based on that counter. Or the other option is they can simply click reject offer, and that will mark that offer as rejected and record that on the notes. Back in the offers section, we're going to have a look at an offer that was countered by the owner. So you can see that that's sitting in negotiation here. And if we click view and scroll down, it shows all the notes. And then it shows that the offer was countered by the vendor, and whatever counter offer info they put in there will show. Because this is in negotiation, you can invite the buyer to update the offer. So this is where you'd contact the buyer and tell them that the offer has been countered by the vendor and let them know what that counter offer is. And then you can invite the buyer to update their offer. You just click on that, and it's the same as inviting them to the offer. So you send it to them via SMS or email. When the buyer receives that and pulls it up, it will show all the details of their existing offer, and then they can just amend whatever they want to on that and submit it as an updated offer. That will then come through to you again. It will stay in negotiation status, and you'll be able to then send that off to the vendor to see whether they'll accept the new offer. Once the offer has been accepted, it will automatically move into the accepted status, and you can then put together your contract and send it to both the buyer and the vendor to get the contract underway.